Good morning, gentlemen of the press. Good morning, Nigerian people. We are here today to throw our weight of support behind all the reforms of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We, the coalition of Nigerian Civil Society Forum, are here today to address Nigerians, to address the gentlemen of the press on the current situation in the country and the reform Mr. President is doing every day and night just to make sure our country work again. If you all recall, we addressed you yesterday on the challenging and burning national issues affecting our country and the need to stand firmly behind President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Today, we are here not just to do the talking, but also to do the working, to come out massively, to stand in solidarity with our ever courageous and patriotic president, who has stood firm to take decisions that will forever change the future of our country. Our march today is in solidarity with Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, is to signal a warning to those sabotaging the efforts of Mr. President in implementing successfully the removal of fuel subsidy and the restoration of security in our country. While we are not worried about the empty and baseless threat to drag the strike, we are once again concerned that this group, the NLC and the TUC, have always used threats to collect gratification from the government and betray our people. A situation we are out to arrest this time as members of the TUC and also spokesperson of the masses of this country. It is common knowledge that embarking on strike action has not always solved our problem. Any problem faced by Nigerian masses recently, the leadership of NLC and TUC should rather organize itself to contribute intellectually to the common challenges we have now, rather than being used as a proxy to sabotage the system. The Coalition of Nigerian Civil Society Forum therefore wishes to give the NLC and the TUC 24 hours to drop their idea of a warning strike and come to the round table where patriotic Nigerians and those concerned are doing everything humanly possible to make sure that they curb the hunger, stabilize our currency, and secure our people, to ensure that they are safe to go about their activities without fear. We do not expect the leadership of NLC and TUC to pretend not to be aware that the warning strike won't proceed any solution to our present predicament, but rather it will only satisfy their ego and cash out from the sponsors and co-travelers. The coalition also calls on all citizens to rise up to the occasion as threats such as the one made by NLC and TUC always come with renewed momentum from their sponsors as they continue their desperation to sabotage the system not to work. We demand the arrest and prosecution of anyone, we mean anybody, that comes to sabotage the system and make our situation worse. In the meantime, we urge Nigerian people to shun political differences and put away any kind of sentiment to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as he stands up to our enemies and follow the legal means to protect our country. We once again say the enemies of Nigeria shall be put to shame in the fullness of time.
My name is Comrade Sunday Atta, co-convener of this program. Your question is well noted, all right? You see, we must understand the trajectory of how the NLC has operated over time. Remember, in this same country, when the fuel subsidy was removed, they got up and claimed to be standing for Nigerians. They fought and said that the fuel subsidy should not be removed. But after a series of meetings, which of course today they are saying didn't yield any fruit, we know how these color papers pass hand and matters die on the ground. We are not going to allow the NLC to plunge Nigeria into anarchy. calling for a protest against a 8-month government is uncalled for. The president is doing all his best. He's not a magician. All that Nigerians need at the moment is to be patient with the president. As a matter of fact, when a woman takes in, it takes 9 months for her to deliver. And when the child is born, it takes another 1 to 2 years for the child to walk. Why won't the NLC support Mr. President to deliver dividends of democracy and to fulfill all his campaign promises? What the NLC is doing is to play the normal card of get the sympathy of Nigeria, go behind, negotiate, and collect money. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not that kind of a president. He wants to work for all Nigerians. And this is the reason why the president say, give me time. My policies may take a little time for us to adjust. This thing happened in even civilized community where government policies do not just, start manifesting and start yielding proof overnight. It takes a little process of time. And that is the process we are at the moment. Today, we have that today the state governors are not finding it difficult to pay salary. For example, my state where I came from, the governor pay at 25th. That's because the state allocation going to states have been increased by Mr. President, courtesy of all the reforms that he has brought.
I'm Comrade Terence Kwanu.
Okay, please.
Fundamentally, I'm the convener of the Nigerian Civil Society Forum, and we state even in our press conference, our press text that we are concerned. What we are saying is that, do we live in a country today where the labor movement and the trade union movement is not intellectually enough to be able to contribute their opinion for us to solve our problems? Because as we speak at the moment, there is a minimum wage review committee that labor and all government top officials are involved. I think at that level, the problems that have confronted us today can be put together as an opinion for them to be able to resolve these issues. Everybody is beaten by this hunger. What we are saying is that what is happening is sabotage. And we already anticipated this sabotage because few Nigerians were benefiting immensely from this subsidy regime and the insecurity that is in this country. Today, these things are no longer patronized by government, and we all know that the people that are within the subsidy regime and the people that were sponsoring insecurity in this country were richer than this country that we live in. So we are suspecting that for NLC that to be within the ranks of government, because if you call a strike today, you expect government to sit on the table with you and negotiate. You are already at the table with government. All of us are looking up to you to bring solutions from that table so that Nigerians will cushion the effect of what they are going through. And we want this process to be properly done so that nobody will go anywhere and be sabotaging the system. We are against sabotage in the system. I am hungry, you are hungry, but it's not by sabotaging the system or antagonizing the system that we can resolve these issues. We can only resolve these issues as patriotic Nigeria that are concerned that we need to resolve this problem and the generation next to us does not face it.
Appreciate it.
We're giving them 24 hours to resign the decision of a protest and go back to the table that we all have agreed that they should be on it. If they come out, we are calling on Nigerians not to respect any decision that will come from the NLC and the TUC, because we are going to mobilize as the masses to stay back and work for this country. It is not by no strike can resolve this problem. You go on strike to get attention of policymakers. You are already with the policymakers. So what is the essence of the strike? If not that somebody is sponsoring the sabotage on this country.